Marist Liufau is a maniac. But it's all good, man. Hey, we had a preseason game last night. Just wanted to break it down a little bit and talk about it. Two players we're going to talk about for the most part. We got Marist Liufau and Perrion Winfrey. Those were two of your bright spots from defense there. So let's kind of talk about them. Marist played with his luxurious, silky smooth hair on fire, and I think that's a good thing, right? One thing that we kind of got to think about when we watch a preseason, okay, is we're not looking for Pro Bowlers to emerge from preseason, but we're simply looking for the best guys amongst the bottom to middle of our roster that can emerge to the top of it. That makes sense. So yeah, Kenny Murray is going to be involved. Sanborn, you know, whenever Demo gets back, those are like their jobs. But what Liufau is doing is he's separating himself from the rest of his pack. Real physical coming down, and don't let wide receivers crack you, bro. Real physical coming downhill, bam, and then making a play on the running back. I got more. We're going to watch Marist in about 22 seconds, but let's start off watching Perrion right here, right? And you know, this film session is about Perrion as well, kind of watching him go free there, dealing with the combo, really, and him coming off and making a play or getting in on the play. Now, Perrion is in B-gap, kind of getting combo from B-gap. Mozzie and A-gap getting comboed in A-gap, but we ain't talking about Mozzie, right? So Perrion getting comboed in B-gap should let you know, all right, somebody tight end is probably one-on-one with somebody's edge player. Let me just run this forward a little bit, bam, and that'll be Donovan Ezaraku over here kind of kicking it on the edge over here. I want Donovan Ezaraku every single time, or whoever my edge is, I'll get him in the frame for y'all. Whoever my edge is to whoop a tight end one-on-one every single time. I want that to happen every single time, no discussion. And then Marist is kind of gonna come down and run free, and he gets to run free because one, Perrion is whooping feet on these 60 jerseys here, and then you have Donovan Ezaraku one-on-one with the tight end, which he should be beating. So everything kind of works out here, but I just want Donovan to be a little more ass whooping on that guy. Perrion did just fine on the double. Marist gets to run free and do his thing. We did all right. And shouts out to Robert Rochelle. He came in and wait a minute. Let me go back a little bit. Shouts out to Robert Rochelle kind of getting in on this thing early, even though somebody ended up falling on him. Chat, how about this one? This is my favorite play that Marist Liufau made. All right. I'm just going to highlight them. I'm going to let y'all watch, and then we're going to come back and break it down a little bit, man. This is my favorite Marist Liufau play right here. Let me just go ahead, boom, get that back right. I had to get my arrows ready. here, because let me just tell you what happens, okay? So first of all, break the D line in half, okay? So we only looking at these three characters right here. What we got is, at first I was like, damn, boy, J-Toe, we a show got pinned inside, you know, pretty easy there. But, you know, he's kind of slanting that front, so it kind of makes sense a little bit. Look at it like this. Boom, J-Toe, we is slanting. Boom, I guess that is Peyton Turner. He's going to slant. And then think about Marist Liufau coming up and playing C-gap right there, okay? So think about that happening. Boom, boom, that's what it is. Bam. What happens is, bam, Stetson Bennett gets into this situation with us, which I can't stand how much he was able to run around. Everybody watch Marist Liufau real quick, right? Let me bring it back to about right there. Watch Marist Liufau come down and take C-gap. Boom. So smart, so football smart, because if you Marist and you come down and you got C-gap, that means your job, the first thing you learn in football school as C-gap guy is contain. It's the first thing you learn in damn football school. And Marist could have just kept running right here, and it wouldn't have been great for anybody. But what happens with Marist, because he's a little smart, what happens is he comes up and boom, and contains to the inside. Bam. You see him right there, flipping his hips, bringing Bennett back to the inside. Boy, one more time. Coming down, stopping his feet. Bam, getting him back to the inside where there's help. So now Stetson, and look, Liufau ain't got to make this tackle right here. If Liufau takes a weird angle, Stetson Bennett just stays to the outside and just goes. But no, I'm gonna step to the outside, funnel you back inside, and then we got open arms here from Peyton Turner. I just wanted to show this play and have a little bit of fun, man. Marist Liufau, I think he might be a blitzing guy. I don't think he just read it this way the whole time. I think he came down as a blitzer, and he's just knocking running backs up out of here, man. Just coming down, being pressure guy, whooping running backs. Are we slanting the fronts again on purpose? Let me take a look and see. Let's see. Did Mozzie slant? Mozzie do a lot. Just I don't know what Mozzie doing. But what about this edge? It looked like this edge kind of took the Donovan took the edge. Took the inside on purpose there. So everybody keep eyes on that. Write that down. It probably will be on the test. Think about the Cowboys not only slanting their fronts, but like maybe only slanting half of it. Boom, and then a linebacker coming up and filling it. You know what I mean? So let's just keep eyes on that. And look, this is preseason, so this is as like vanilla as they're gonna get for us. So no telling what they got old Flus cooking up there. Let's move on. So Perrion didn't get like a bunch of sacks and tackles or anything like that, but he did take up a lot of blocks. He did whoop a lot of feet, and he did smoke people in front of him, and those eventually ended up being pressures, and I kind of wanted to highlight those. Take a look at Perrion Winfrey right here, taking this guard to Slide City for no reason, just boom. And at some point, what he needs to do, Perrion, is he just needs to work on getting his eyes up and figuring out the football side of the play. But in terms of the ruthless aggression, you know what I mean, like whooping whoever's in front of me side of things, I think Perrion kind of got that figured out. I'm gonna show you another example. Look at this. Perrion once again is gonna get sort of engaged by two, but it's not really a double. 67 just being a help guy. It's really Perrion one-on-one with 50 here, but he's gonna walk him back. He's gonna walk him all the way back. And look, this thing about Bo Limmer. And if you draft guy, you was watching him in Arkansas, if you was keeping up in the Rams joint practice, like Bo Limmer was kind of putting hands on people, right? But hey man, Perrion getting off the ball, putting hands down the middle of people and just driving them, it's fun. Now, what really upset me with this Rams game, with this preseason game, is like the ball was coming out quick. So what I wanted from the corners is like, hey man, can y'all just give us like an extra tick, because Donovan was getting close, Perrion was getting real close, James Houston was getting close. You know what I mean? And I just needed another millisecond to fully make my Perrion Winfrey highlight tape a little bit better here. But pressures are fine, but just a little bit better coverage, sack would have been there. Now Perrion was really good right here. Take a look at him. Boom, coming off the football. We'll watch it and we'll come back. Y'all make me sick with that. Y'all be hating. I be wanting to break down the plays immediately, but you're like, Voch, let's watch the play and then break it down. All right, there you go. Boom. So Perrion here is gonna get engaged. 50 is gonna be a help guy once again. So cool, bam. There's always going to be help guy in this Rams offensive situation. So it just is what it is. But Perrion kind of gets the engagement on 67. This is his fight. But I really like how he stayed patient here. Perrion stayed patient, hand stayed inside. We continue to extend and look and find the football, in which he does. And then it just comes off the block when he wants to, right? And look, I always talk about like what signs do you look for in a player that he's comfortable and that he's winning and all this kind of stuff. It's like control. If you look like you're in control, then you just good to go. Perrion Winfrey looks like, when he's not whooping folk and taking them to Slide City, it does look like he is in some sort of control. So big fan of Perrion Winfrey in that way. But let's keep watching. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, what's going to get Perrion on this team is hustle. You know what I mean? I think he got all the other little traits, and that's cool. But one thing that's going to separate him from some of his peers is his energy, his motor, and his hustle. You may not win every single play, and that's all right. You won't win. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they gonna get you way more than you get them. And this is preseason. So when we get to regular season, it'll probably be a lot more people, whooping up on, Perrion a little bit. He might prove me wrong and start whooping people in the regular season. I don't know. But regular season is going to be a lot more difficult than preseason. And I think Perrion is going to run into his challenges and run into his adversities and all that. But at the end of the day, what's going to end up keeping Perrion around is his hustle. Hustle, motor, and energy gets it done every single time. And he may not got the best technique in some of these exchanges, but you at least see Perrion hustling. He's off the ground, diving to get in on a gang tackle here. You feel me? I think those things matter. Now we got 2 more preseason games to fix a lot of stuff and figure out, who's going to be on the team and all that. But at the end of the day, hey man, I can put a nice vote in for Perrion. Shouts out to him. All right, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a nice day. Go out there and get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Call somebody you love and tell them you love them. And I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. All right, y'all hold it down. Till next time. Peace.